Hello, fitness fans. I'm William, your host from Jiu-Jitsu Health. Today, we've got a special guest, Coach Tom Schneider, fitness coach, gym owner, and let's get into it. Tom, could you just tell us a little bit about your background and your journey?
Yeah, for sure. Thanks for having me, William. I've been a gym owner here at Coach Tom in Kenilworth for the last 2 years, and before that, I was a personal trainer in Wilmette in the city of Chicago, and I accumulated a lot of experiences working with a lot of different people from all age groups, from all skill levels, fitness levels, and I really pride myself on the ability to work with just about any individual I come across and meet whatever their needs and goals are. Started my background working with athletes, working in collegiate strength and conditioning, and a lot of the principles and foundations I got from that kind of led into my work as a personal trainer.
Cool. Uh, Talk to me a little bit about your fitness philosophy. What's your approach? How do you approach clients? And
Sure. Yeah, I think strength and conditioning is the ultimate complementary aspect for a person's life. So whether you're a basketball player, strength and conditioning is going to help you become a better basketball player. If you're into Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, it's going to help you better on the mat. If you're an accountant, it's going to help you become a better accountant because you're going to have more energy. You're going to have just more vigor and an ability to attack the day, approach the day. It allows people to become more well-rounded. And I understand some people don't necessarily love to just exercise in the gym all the time. Some tolerate it, some do it, some do it with a lot of passion. But ultimately, strength and conditioning, resistance training, it's going to serve a lot of benefit to you. And I try to just meet people where they are, whatever their interest level is, whatever their appetite for a challenge is, and just provide what they need to become better at what they want to do.
nice. How about weightlifting? I mean, everybody, has so many different methods for training depending on what they want to do. So, you know, obviously there's a lot of benefits, but if you could think about just in general for the average person, what are some of the obvious benefits for weight training and
Yeah. The science on resistance training is just well established, and every year, people will come up to me. All my clients say, "I saw an article in the New York Times about how beneficial resistance training is, and we're doing a lot of the stuff that they suggest you to do." And it's well-founded science. It's important that people stick to it because as you get older, muscle mass deteriorates, bone density deteriorates, and a way to offset that is to do resistance training and yield the benefits that it has to offer. Again, I think it's a lot about meeting where the clients are, what their interests are. If they don't want to squat, I'm not necessarily going to squat them. If they have pain or limitations because of injury or whatever it is, I'm going to avoid that. I'm going to make the workout as palatable for them as possible, fit it to their skill level, their fitness level, progress them from there, but always just try to keep their interest. So there's a lot of different variations of weightlifting. You have powerlifting, you have Olympic lifting, and I pride myself on the ability to be able to coach all of those things and have experience in all those things. But I don't necessarily utilize it with every single client I have. I sort of just assess what's right for the client I have and just go from there.
yeah, that kind of is a segue to what I was going to get into, and that is customized programs. So,
Yeah.
could you kind of just walk us through just very briefly how you might maybe assess someone and tailor a program to somebody?
Yeah, I mean, the big thing when I get a new client is just kind of getting to know them on a personal level because that connection right there is going to be the foundation of your relationship with a client. Because who wants to be with somebody 30 minutes, 45 minutes, an hour a day for multiple times a week if there's no connection, there's no rapport. So I think chemistry building is definitely important. I always try to draw whatever their interests are and figure that out. And you know, um, and meet them there. Again, a lot of it's just meeting them where they are. And then as far as just the physical assessment goes and what they're capable of, you can just from experience, what you get the sense of what people are capable are as far as how they can coordinate their movements, whether or not you can implement more complex movements that require the usage of multiple muscle groups, more, simpler movements that you might need to incorporate a machine to just sort of uh, something that's less skill involved. And over time, you're just trying to look to progress that person, whether it's with the resistance of the exercises you're using, or whether it's with the complexity of the exercise itself. But ultimately, you're sort of surfacing the same things for each individual. You're just trying to develop stronger connective tissues, increase range of motion, develop strength, develop work capacity.
Nice. Now thinking about jujitsu, what kind of general advice would you give for somebody, who's doing jujitsu as so let's say as a hobbyist? Any particular top three things you might suggest?
Yeah, I think work capacity is huge. Oh, sorry, my Uber Eats order is coming in right now. I'll just say thank you to him. How you doing, sir? You can just leave it right there. Appreciate you. Have a good one. 5 stars. All right, thank you. Um, yeah, but as far as three things, I think work capacity is huge. Any type of mixed martial arts or martial arts is just constant movement and constant pushing and pulling, and there's so much dynamics to it that you're gonna need just a big balance of aerobic capabilities and anaerobic capabilities, where you got to have those quick, short, powerful bursts and that occurs over a long period of time. So I think you got to have your work capacity definitely high up there, and continuously work on that. Strength is obviously a huge benefit. It just all athletic attributes as far as strength, agility, speed, power. Those things are going to be hugely impactful in that world. And then another one, I think range of motion is just very important. You're going to be put in positions that are, just very, not always ideal. And if you're not training to be in those positions, you can lead yourself to injury. And Patrick Mahomes, I seen in the show Quarterback with his trainer Bobby Stroop, they worked a lot on being in those type of positions, and you could see game footage of Pat Mahomes like uh, bent sideways, and you see pictures of him training with his trainer in those positions. So you kind of prepare for that type of exposure. And I think Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu is similar in that way, where you gotta make yourself, you gotta expose yourself to those type of activities that you're gonna be involved with, especially with somebody who's trying to push and pull you around.
Sure, great. Think about just regular people. What are some of the common challenges that clients face, when starting a fitness journey, and how do you come them?
Yeah, I think consistency and trying to adopt a lifestyle that you're not used to, um, just getting into a routine where you are training 2, 3, 4 times a week, and you're not accustomed to that. So you feel the aches, you feel the pain, you feel the muscle soreness, you feel that sense of like, I don't want to do this. And you really need to stick to it. And if you don't stick to it and you're inconsistent about it, you're not going to get the goals that you want. You're not going to develop a healthier lifestyle that you need. So I feel confidence and respect in the process is just a huge fundamental aspect of somebody who's getting into this. And the key for me as a coach and a trainer is to build them for success and understand that it's going to be hard for them. They're not always going to want to do this. So I want to encourage them and feel happy to come here and feel like they're they're headed in the right direction. So you sort of map out a pathway where you create attainable goals at first. You create attainable workouts that are practical for them to be able to do, and then you just slowly build. And before you know it, you're three months in, and that workout you did the first week is just it would be so easy for that person. So it's just a lot about just kind of help them building that routine and getting accustomed to it.
Nice. Yeah. Yeah. So that kind of answers, what advice would you give to somebody who's just kind of starting out and, just sounds like just kind of take it easy, just maintain a consistent plan and just work through it, like you said.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So what are your plans for the future? Like for your gym or any other thing that you're thinking of?
Yeah, I mean, started my third year here last April. It's been going really well. I it's so funny just how these things develop. Like I always wanted to have my own gym, but I just didn't know the pathway on how I was going to get there. And just over time, I just started accumulating clients, and uh, from day one, I was able to come right in here and fill out a day's work just with all the clients I accumulated and the trust I built with them over time. So I definitely want to just continue what I have here and keep building upon that. Um, and just, it's one of those things. I mean, life's about always introducing yourself to new challenges and eliminate that need to be complacent because I got a good thing here. I got a successful business. It's going well, but that desire for another challenge is always going to be uh, needed, and I got to find that. And whatever way it is, I don't know
Yep.
whether it's opening a new location. How do I do that? I'm only one person. How do I find a team where I can create trusted coaches to sort of carry out the mission and direction that I want with this place? But it's so yeah, I just think just finding another challenge and eliminating that complacency is important. And just on a personal level, that can happen too. And, I was just talking to you before this meeting. It's like, I've never done Brazilian Jiu Jitsu, but I do see the value in it. And that's probably something that I do want to try to take up. So, on
Sure.
a personal level, yeah, there's a lot of things and skills that I need to develop and want to learn rather than just kind of get stuck in my own routine. And on a business level, on a level here to try to develop, I keep getting clients, bringing them in. I want to make them feel welcome, feel like they have something here to build a healthier lifestyle, and also provide that for the existing clients that I have now.
Right. So that should wrap it up. Let's just think about, how people can contact you, maybe social media, any other information you want to share.
Yeah. So Instagram is at Coach Tom Chicago. Uh, the location of the business, 509 Park Drive in Kenilworth, right across from the metro station here, Green Bay Park Drive intersection. Uh, Big windows, you can see inside. Stop in. I'm probably here usually throughout the whole day, Monday through Saturday. If you want to just come in to chat, get to know me, feel free to. I would love nothing more than that. But other than that, and yeah, email is tom at coachtomchicago.com. But yeah, yeah, I'm always open for whoever's interested.
Great. All right. So that'll do it. Thanks a lot, Coach Tom.
Thank you.